Hi, my name is Sana Javeri Kadri. I'm the founder of Diaspora Co, which is a single origin spice company. And today we're gonna be making Haldi Doodh, or a golden milk latte. Haldi Doodh is a drink that's been consumed all over South Asia for hundreds, if not thousands of years in different variations. My Nani was constantly making Haldi Doodh for me, forcing it down me because it's meant to cure pretty much every single ailment. She always said it made your skin glow. In my case, I think it worked. And the problem with Haldi Doodh, however, was that it's really, really bitter and medicinal. The version she was giving me was pretty chalky. And so ever since I founded Diaspora, I've really been on a mission to figure out how can we make Haldi Doodh delicious. And so the recipe that we're making today is the most delicious form of Haldi Doodh I can conjure up. Let's go over the spices that we're gonna be using in our Haldi Doodh. So we're starting with turmeric. It's kind of the star of the show, or haldi. You really want a turmeric that is high in curcumin content. This particular haldi has a 9.2% curcumin content, which is really high. The higher, the better. The more curcumin, the more of the anti-inflammatory good stuff. But the hard thing with curcumin is that it needs to be activated and needs to be made bioavailable to your body for it to be absorbed. So something that really helps with absorption is freshly ground black pepper. Black pepper loses its volatile oils really quickly, so you want to freshly grind it rather than using black pepper that's been powdered a long time ago. Turmeric and pepper are the two most traditional ingredients in Haldi Doodh and really what you need for all the health benefits. In order for the turmeric and the pepper to be most bioavailable, you want to use it in a fat. In this case, we're using oat milk. So the fat from the oat milk makes the curcumin bioavailable and absorbable by your body. And the next thing you want to really do is heat it up. So again, the mixture of curcumin, black peppers, piperine, the fat, and then heating all of those things together is what makes it most digestible by your body. And then the additional ingredients are pretty much just for yumminess. There's ginger powder, which adds like a warmth and a heat. It is also anti-inflammatory. And then cinnamon powder for sweetness, for luxury, cardamom because it's delicious and because it makes it feel really fancy, and kind of the right mix of those so that it's balanced and it's still turmeric forward but not overpowering. So we're gonna start by lightly smashing our cardamom pods to open them out and start to release some of their oils and aroma. That way they'll infuse into the milk much faster. You can do 6 to 8 pods depending on how strong or how big they are. These are pretty good, so I'm gonna go with all 8. All right, we're gonna do 3 cups of oat milk. I'm using oat milk. You can use your favorite kind of milk, cow, almond, whatever. Next up, we're gonna add our turmeric. We're doing our fresh black pepper. So even 1 pinch of black pepper increases the absorption of the curcumin by 1000%. So anything helps. Ginger. This ginger that I'm using is really, really strong. So if you have a ginger that's less strong, you could go higher. The magic of making a Haldi Doodh is it's a choose your own adventure. If like the heat level you like, the sweetness you like, go wild. All the measurements for the spices are in the bottom of the video. And finally, the cardamom. I'm adding a lot of honey because I like it sweet. Really, any non-refined sweetener does a really good job. Jaggery is beautiful here because it coats your tongue and has like that molassesy, caramely flavor. Just date syrup is also really great. White sugar is good in a pinch. It just doesn't do as much. So I am using my spatula to sort of break up clumps of spices that went in. A whisk would also do the job, just to make sure that everything's nicely incorporated and you're not biting into a giant ball of turmeric. And the more you mix it and the more you heat it and bring it to a boil, that orangey yellow color is gonna get darker and richer. So you really do wanna let it boil and bubble for a little bit. So we're gonna let this come up to a boil. What that does is the milk and the spices infuse into each other really nicely and bond. So it took about 5 years to be able to source all of the spices that we needed to launch our own Haldi Doodh masala, or Haldi Doodh spice blend. It's 5 ingredients sourced from 40 farms across India and Sri Lanka. And for me, it's the perfect blend of spices in the exact right ratios of everything that we made today. So you can either make it yourself to your own taste or make sort of the Diaspora house blend of Haldi Doodh. So our Haldi Doodh came to a boil and I immediately turned the heat off. Didn't want it to bubble over and burn. That has happened. And now we're gonna let it cool for 15 minutes so that it comes down to room temperature. And then we're gonna shake it with ice. Or once it comes down to room temperature, if you're not consuming it immediately, you can just stick it in the fridge and it'll be good there for a couple days. I just got back from Mumbai and my entire family lives in Mumbai, including my Nani, the matriarch of our family, the one who was force feeding me Haldi Doodh my entire childhood. And I was very nervous to get her to try the Haldi Doodh for the first time. I was worried that she would spit it out, have some kind of dramatic reaction to it. And so I made her my best cup, really put effort into it, handed it to her. She dressed up for the occasion and we waited. And the first thing she said was,
"Lovely, very nice."
It was pretty incredible and pretty special to get that reaction from her. So we have our cooled Haldi Doodh. So because we're consuming this right away, I'm gonna strain this over ice. But if you are making a batch to store in the fridge, don't put ice into it because then you're diluting it. I mean, it's a nice color. Okay, there we go. I'm just stirring it through to make sure that it's nice and icy, it's fully cooled down, there isn't any warmth. You should basically feel that either the shaker or the glass is really cold, which it is. And we're gonna pour it into our glass. Oh, it looks like sunshine. So if I did want to save this, I would strain the ice out so then I could then keep it in the fridge for a few days. But this one is perfect for right now. It's really, really good. It was so great to share our Haldi Doodh recipe with you guys, especially one that my Nani really approves of. You can find our spices at the Food 52 shop or at www.diasporaco.com. You can find us on pretty much every form of social media at Diaspora Co. Yeah, I'm gonna get back to my Haldi Doodh now. That was really just an excuse to drink more.